So remember when I said about that whole thing about reorganizing my open bins to actually, do some more shooting with those? Well, I finally did that, and now I got, if you saw from the thumbnail, just a boatload of blasters that I'm going to be shooting in this video. And just because of how many blasters I am shooting, especially if there are repeats of blasters or blasters that I already have, that I've already shot before, I'm not going to say a thing. I'm legit just going to blow right through it because, frankly, I don't got that kind of time, and that's a long video to edit. So I don't need to worry about that. So here we are. Will it hit? Arsenal Edition. Bin number. Make sure I'm actually getting it right this time. It's this number, okay? Whatever this number is, yeah. That's what number we're at. Whew, we got a lot of cool stuff in this bin, so let's just get right on into it. And for this video, we are just going to start off nice and strong with the Mad Mega Barrel number 2, I think. Well, no, this one is special because this one is actually modified. Took out the main ratchet and switched the spring out. I don't know if it's actually more powerful or less powerful, but all I know is it's a lot better to prime, and it's so nice. And this is the exact configuration I used when I was at Maryland Mayhem. So, yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm not going to shoot the whole drum because that's just going to take forever. I'm just going to do one chunk, if you will, and we'll just see what we can actually hit. I'm probably going to do like half single fire, half slam fire, so we can zoom on through. Let's just go for the target and just let it rip. I'm also using nitro shot darts because they're still purple and pretty cool. And I got more blasters to try them in, so why not? Slam fire! That is just always too much fun. Alright, next blaster. Alright, for this next blaster, we're going to do a very special case because this blaster, stock, will fire 2 different kinds of ammo. It will fire full length, because that's what it came with, and that's what it's regularly firing. But it can also fire full length. But it can also fire half-length darts. And that is because the Pyro Raptor by Adventure Force, Dart Zone, whatever you want to call it, has a sealed breech. It's full length, yes, but it is still a sealed breech. So, we're going to start with full length, just to keep it easy. There we go. Just to keep it easy, and it also has a skinny pusher, so it makes it easier to jam, question mark? Why must you bully me? There we go. That was sad. But it does have a skinny pusher, so you can take in and out the magazine without priming the thing. So, we're going to go through this one pretty quick, and then I only have a couple darts and a half dart mag, just to show you all and prove a point, basically, because it's pretty cool. Especially since I got this blaster for like $8. So. Ooh. Do you not like the nitro shot darts? I don't think it likes the nitro shot. Uh-oh. Come on. Maybe I'll only fire a couple of the nitro shot darts. It does not like these darts. That is weird. But I do know it will fire half darts pretty well, actually. Woohoo! And a double for that one. Yeah. Oh well. Note to self, do not use nitro shot darts in this blaster. It will jam. Next blaster. Alright, for these next blasters, we're going to make this interesting because I do have 2 X-Shot turbo advances. And I'm going to do one drum firing the outside, and then I'm going to do the other drum with the inside, because it can do that. It swaps between the outside and inside barrels with a switch on the side. So, yeah. We gonna fire it, because this blaster's actually pretty fun to fire. They're both stock, and they're yellow ones, so we'll see how well they actually perform nowadays, because I don't even know. Still rather well, I suppose. I think I didn't load that one barrel. Oh well, let's actually aim for stuff. Whoa, okay. There we go, get out of here. $20 darts on the outside ring. And now, 20 darts inside ring. Oh, what is your boggle? Apparently she doesn't like to rotate easily. I don't know. Also, that performance is... like with some darts, I'm barely reaching the wall. Remember, keep in mind, I am only like 25, 30 feet away from the wall. So like I can hit the bullseye, but... Huh. It's weird. Maybe I'll modify one of them. I have two, might as well. Anyway, next blaster. Alright, now we're about to get loud. Because this is the Elite 2.0 X2 double punch X. It's the double punch. It's the blaster that goes, well, if I take out the magazines for just a second. There we go. It does that when you pull the trigger. And what that does is it fires one barrel and then the other. So pulling the trigger fires one barrel, and then letting go of the trigger fires the other. Which is super cool, if only it wasn't stock Elite performance. Because it has 4 sets of motors, this thing takes forever to rev up all the way. And then trying to fire quickly with it bogs them down way too fast. So this is on my list of things to modify at some point, because I want it to be so much better, because it can be so much better. It'll probably be really good for like HVZ, because you can just... Well, I mean, you can do this with it. Give it a moment. Fire in the hole! First off, I just shot a bunch of darts like that, but the range dropped significantly after like the first 6. I have 2 more trigger pulls left, so watch carefully. Fire on one, fire on the other, and then fire on one, fire on the other. So yeah, that's just fun. And I have like 3 of them, so I should do something with them. Like mod them. I don't know. Next blaster. Alright. Now we're going to the weird stuff, because this, obviously, if you can't read, is the Busby Tetrashot. Which is a very sad concept of a blaster, because it could have been so freaking cool. And they were so close to making it really, really interesting. It was a freaking belt-fed 4-shot cylinder thing, pump action, but it's single fire. It doesn't shoot all 4 darts at once like a shotgun, which, if that was the case, this thing would have been amazing. But no. Busby made it where you fire 4 shots from the little freaking cylinder shell cartridge thing, and then it swaps to the next. Well, you'll see that here in a second, but it's so sad, because it would have been such a good system for them to use, but they didn't want to give us what we wanted then, so this is what we get. And the performance, well, I mean, the performance is alright, but You just saw I shot 4 shots, and now I prime it again. And just like the blaster, that was slightly disappointing. So close to being so good. So close. Alright, up next we got a pair of blasters that have been oh so kindly rewired and done up by the one and only Samuel Bill. This amazing human being who knows how to rewire stuff, and he does it, you know, for free for me because he's just that cool. So, one of them is running higher power batteries. The other one is not because I unfortunately do not have enough high power batteries to run all of my stuff. So, in the meantime, we're just going to work with what we got. So this is obviously the, I say obviously for a lot of stuff, but some of you guys probably don't know what these blasters are. But this is the Nerf Modulus Ghost Ops Evader with clear worker stock because why not? But it is rewired. So it does rev up a little bit higher than normal with regular AA's, but it's still, you know, somewhat stock performance, you know. Yeah. I mean, it works, but it's, you know, basic stuff. However, on the other hand, we have this thing, because this does have the super-powered batteries in it. And that is on stock motors. And I'm just using a 6-round magazine because, you know, why not? Besides, it's how the Strife usually came. It came like this, like a little pistol. But I added a worker stock on it. This was to another blaster I had, but unfortunately that blaster had to be retired because it broke. So, oh well, can't always win. But it works nicely in this because worker stocks just work really well with Strifes, in my opinion, because they just fit. And now we're gonna let it rip. Holy crap! I can actually aim straight at things. Woohoo! Yeah. When this is running the batteries too, this rips just as hard and just as loud. So, huge thanks to Samuel Bill for doing these up for me. And, yeah. One day I'll actually learn how to do wiring myself, so I don't always have to commission him to do stuff, but at the same time, it's pretty cool what he does. Alright, as you see, I've got new stuff on the table now, and we're going to be doing more of a speed round because it's a lot of little stuff and stuff I've already covered before, so this should go pretty quick, and it'll still be some blasters that I'll get a chance to talk about a little bit, but just some of them are just repeats, so. Alright, let's go! Fury 4. Reflex 6. Red Edition. Reflex 6, Adventure Force Edition. Whatever this version of the Reflex 6 is called, the skins version. It's a nice beefy pistol though, so I like it. But anyways. Oh well. Next blasters. Alright. Now we are on to the cute little Air Warriors Sentry. With a grip that doesn't fit my hands. At least well. And this is what I like to call a happy little accident because at one of my events, somebody had dropped the blaster and this part of the barrel popped off. And I'm like, uh-oh, what happened there? And so I brought it back home, fixed it, and I had realized after the barrels had come off, the air restrictors had vanished. So I I put it back together, and now it's modded without the air restrictors. So, I don't know. The performance, though, is still, oof, not bad, just a little weird. And it still hits stuff, so. Next blaster. Alright, so y'all may have noticed the table got reset and the course got reset because after firing that last blaster, I ran out of darts. So I had to, get all my stuff. And I'm like, might as well just reset it because we got more stuff to shoot. So, anyways, next blaster, haha. Little secret attack there, eh? We got the Captain America version of the Side Strike. And it's called the Side Strike because it comes with a holster with dart storage, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. This one is modified. I brought it to a bunch of events. I kind of use it as my, kid-friendly admin blaster, if you will. Because it's small enough that it's, not too big and crazy, but it's also powerful enough that I can be like, hey, you're out, or if I'm playing, it's, something easy so it's not completely overpowered. I try to keep things fair. But, in the meantime, we still shoot. And I do love shooting this thing. This thing's actually a lot of fun to shoot. So, we're going to see what we can hit. Let's go for the target first. Woo! Shot pretty straight, actually. A little low. Ah, right between the cups. Come on. Give me something. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. We love that. Side Strike. Wonderful blaster. You should definitely get yourself one. This next blaster, though, you don't want to get because it's kind of garbage. Alright, this next blaster is Nerf Alpha Strike trash is what it really is because I don't know. The grip is not comfortable. It's entirely too cheap. I could rip this blaster apart right now if I wanted to. It's held together by clips. Nerf, what were you thinking? And the performance is just... I actually almost hit the cup. No. Yeah, the performance is just not there. Boring! Next! However, Nerf did make a more exciting 4-shot blaster. It's this thing. It's the scoped revolver from the Fortnite line. I say revolver in quotes because that is not a revolver. That is an inline, or just that is a smart AR blaster. This is not a revolver. We got bamboozled by Nerf. Not surprising, but at the same time, it could have been so cool if it was an actual scope revolver. The scope actually is kind of decent too. It's small, it's got a reticle, and it's hammer action, so I mean it's cool. But we gonna fire it anyways. Why am I two-handing for this? One hand. Oh lord. I forgot stock hammer action blasters are not the most powerful thing. Oh god. And especially if it's smart AR, because the power just goes down, like literally gets weaker the further you go. Yeesh. Still a cool blaster though, and still looks kind of decent. It looks a little squashed though. So, anywho, next blaster. All right, now for one of the most interesting Christmas gifts I have ever gotten. I had gotten this from a family from one of the jobs I had worked at when I was younger. And, yeah, it's one of the junior blasters. Got a big old priming handle, 4 shots, and my big old hands just... I mean, it probably works for little kids, but for me... No, that range it isn't going to do nothing for me. Oh, you got nothing, do you? Jeepers. Yep. This is why I don't bring this to my events. See, I'm sick of it already. Next. Now onto a blaster I actually thoroughly enjoy using. The Sharpfire. When I first started getting into Nerf, The Sharpfire was actually one of the few blasters I had. I had started with, well, I'll probably do a whole backstory video at some point. Hey, future sets, keep that in mind. But it was also one of the first blasters I had modified. So, and I had made something really cool when I had first had the Sharpfire. I actually had 2 Sharpfires, which I thought was super sick. So, and one of my personal favorite modifications is a Sharpfire. So, we'll get to that when we actually get to that bin. But in the meantime, this is pretty close to... no. It does have an upgraded spring, but that's about it. Everything else is just bare bone stock. Even left in the ratchet and the air restrictor. So, but it still works. Stock / holster is still super cool. I just love the Sharpfire as a platform, frankly. I like it. Woof. But I haven't fired a semi-stock one in a while, so I don't know where I should be aiming this thing. Ooh, that hopped over the target. Ooh, got the bullseye. Heck yeah. Ah, just short. Anywho, but yeah, really love the blaster. It's so much fun. And like I said, we will get to the modified one at another time. Next blaster. Bet you didn't see this one coming, did you? This is it's a Nerf dog launcher. Now it doesn't actually fire dogs, which would be funny. But it's supposed to fire tennis balls, which actually, hold on one second. I will fire one as a reference shot for you all. But yeah, it's supposed to be, you know, like instead of throwing the tennis ball for your dog to go fetch, you just load this thing and lob a tennis ball instead. And there it goes. I'm never getting that tennis ball again. However, if you notice, I have a foam brain in my hand. That's because this sucker will actually fire, if you load it correctly, foam brains. I mean, if y'all saw my Will It Hit episode, you'll know what I'm talking about, because I shot brains in that. But this is just a lot of fun. And I just love lobbing brains downrange at the zombies. How about thee? As long as you load the brain correctly, it actually has decent performance. And you'll get times where the brain will actually like curve in air, which is it's funny as heck. Can I hit anything? No. Ooh, almost got on the rebound though. Yeah. Fire in the hole. I am just firing at this point because I can't aim with this. Who am I kidding? Last one. For the dogs! Oh, and it's coming back. It's right here by my foot. I guess I didn't have enough fun. We want to fire it one more time. Because screw the method. Cups. No! Yeah, that's where I was aiming. Nerf dog launcher. How about that? Alright, finally getting back onto the practical side of Nerf. We have this lovely thing. The Trailblazer. This one's actually modified. I really enjoy using the Trailblazer. 8 shots, which is really good for something of this stature. Revolver, you know, hammer action revolver. Thundershot is the same thing, but the Thundershot is big and bulky. This thing is nice and slick and can fit into holsters pretty well, so. Yeah. I really like using this thing. The grip could be just a wee bit bigger, in my opinion. My big fingers kind of get a little choked up in there, but in the meantime, we're gonna fire. Whew. Yeah, this thing's got some kick to it. Why am I two-handing this thing? Oh, that would have been so cool if I went to each of the targets. Oh, jeez. Ah, round's complete. Yeah. I really like using this thing. And I just love spinning it. It's so perfect. Next blaster. All right, up next we have ourselves the Busby Predator, the newer Ultratech version of it, not the old goofy one. This one has been just ever so slightly modified. I think I doubled the spring. I think. I can't even see it inside. But yeah, this blast was a lot of fun, and the kids like using it at parties because it's a sniper. It's nice and slim, compact, and you can hold darts in the back, which I, funny enough, think is a cool feature. So, but we're gonna see if we can be an actual sniper with this thing. I doubt it. As I said, I doubt it. I'm just gonna take the darts out and just load them quickly because who's got time for that? Yeah. I think I gotta maintenance the internals on this thing at some point because oh, perfect bullseye. But yeah, it's been used a bunch and we're gonna have to do a zoom in on that because that went between the cups under that little target. That's stupid. Fire in the hole! Yeah, it's gonna need a little bit more internal work. Maybe I take out that doubled up spring as well because I don't really need this thing to break on me. But yeah, still fun. Next blaster. All right, now we are on to this thing, which I don't know this version name of it, but I know what it's based off of. It's based off of it is X-Shot, obviously. But it is based off of the Eliminator. It's the Dino Attack version of the Eliminator, and the Eliminator is a really sick blaster in my opinion. I have one modded up myself, I believe, and yeah, I have this one which is bare bones stock, and it's the blue version, which I think is more rare, which is pretty cool. But then I also have a red version, which is modified. So we'll get to that in a second. But first, we're going to fire this thing. And it's got a stupid amount of power. It's got, I think, a long shot sized plunger tube in there. Maybe bigger. But yeah, stock, this thing slaps stock. The unfortunate thing is, though, it does shoot one side and then the other, so it's not a full, shotgun thing. But it's still... woohoo! It's still pretty cool. And the whole one side and then the other thing makes it a little interesting when it comes to aiming, but like that. Ah! Ooh, that almost came back in at the little one. But, of course, you do some simple mods and accidentally break off the priming handle. You get this. A shotgun. Which is pretty cool. Don't ask how I accidentally broke off the priming handle. It works now. That's all that matters. Next! Alright, time to switch gears entirely because now we are on to probably the most practical blaster out of all the ones that were just in this bin. The Worker Hurricane. This thing is seriously a lot of fun. I even have a holster for it too, which is super cool. I had the crap being out of it though, if you can't tell. Some of the strings are coming loose, but regardless, I love this thing. This thing is so good for a lot of different reasons. It's a small, compact little flywheeler, pretty fast rev up time, and stock, it takes the, it's got a AA battery tray, but you put the two Cool Look LifePo battery AA size things in here, and it actually does pretty well. And I also have just a crap ton of these box mag things, whatever you want to call them. So whenever I do run this for events or parties or whatever, I just stack myself with them and I just go ham. Ooh. I should probably start shooting it before I run out of battery. There we go. There we go. Hey! We love that. And the cool thing is it's got like the little on-off button on the back, which kind of acts like a safety. So you can just, if you want to just, plank or, fidget, you can. Yeah. Worker Hurricane, definitely recommend you get yourself one because these things are super sick. And they're pretty cheap right now as far as I know. You can get them off of Out of Darts for like 20 bucks, which is not bad. Anywho, we got a couple of weird stuff to finish off with, so. Next blaster! Actually, real quick, before I don't get a chance to use them, because I am unfortunately running out of time and my battery's almost dead on my camera. Ugh. Sniper dual wield! Just gonna take a shot with each of them. These things are heavy. Thunderhawk, that has been modified, and the Barrett heavy sniper thing from Fortnite. Both Mega Blasters, both are just fabulous, and they just absolutely rip. Oh, maybe I should prime the blaster. There we go. Woo! That's some fun stuff. Anyway, actual next blasters. Alright, for this next blaster we're going to get even more crazy because this is the old Busby Gunsmoke. Now you may be wondering, what the frick did I just do to load this thing? Well, I'm so glad you asked. It takes the Busby shells, and this is actually the modified shells I was talking about. It has a bit of CPVC inside of them to make sure the darts actually sit in there and seal nicely. And pick this up at a Goodwill. Usually when you prime one of these kinds of blasters, you break the barrel open and that's what primes it. But I took the string that did prime it and then I just took it from there and put it over here so that I can prime it a lot easier. And so I don't have to worry about accidentally snapping the barrel. And frankly, I like it down here better. It's just easier to shoot. But also originally the Gunsmoke, it had a battery tray. Took it out because mods, I didn't need it. And it had a little thing of juice you'd put up here, a little cartridge. And every time you'd shoot, it would send a charge and make a little smoke at the end of it. Hence, Gunsmoke. So, yeah. I'm running out of battery. Might as well fire it. Woo! I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. Should be able to fix that. Anyway. That is old Busby for you. Hopefully I can fix this because it's actually cool when it works. But anyway, I was not expecting that at all. Next blasters! We're almost dead! Hooray! Ah! Alright, we're switching ammo types entirely. We aren't even shooting foam anymore. We are shooting Boomco. This is the Boomco Rapid Madness, I believe? Yeah. Rapid Madness. This thing is super cool. Found it in a Goodwill, because obviously you find the good stuff in Goodwill. And I have some clips for it, but, you know, since I'm running out of time, I can't exactly use the big one. But, yeah, literally, you pump up the sucker, and once you pull the trigger, well, 6 darts downrange, just like that. Which is kind of funky, and if you have extra air pressure, you hold the trigger, you push this button, and it just lets out all the extra air. So yeah, the Rapid Madness. Literally just annihilates people 25 feet in front of you. Just love it. Love it. Maybe I'll revisit it someday and actually, you know, shoot it more for you guys. But last blaster before I run out of time. Onward! And for our last blaster of the night, oh geez, we have the Doominator, the Zombie Strike Doominator. Now see, that is just really sad. My camera decided to die. Luckily I have all the files saved on there, but it's just gonna chill there. But I did want to get the last blaster of the video, the Doominator. This absolute behemoth of a blaster. It is a 4-cylinder, 6-shot each cylinder. I don't even know how you'd want to describe it. It's essentially just the big zombie strike thing. It's pump action. It's got this cool little screw-on screwdriver handle that you can put basically wherever you want on the thing to prime it. I like it on the side because, you know, makes it feel kind of sick, and it gets cramped if it's right here, frankly. So, but the thing is, I also modified this one. I put some beefy spring in here. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this thing is weird to prime now. So let's see if I can actually hit stuff with it. Oh Lord. Ooh, rotate, come on. I'm trying to hit the zombie target down there. Oh, don't rotate on me. Oh, hey, there we go. Big target. When it works really well, but whatever spring I put in here is, yeah, it's hefty to try to prime. For the last cylinder though, because I only loaded 2, because you know, I'm going through slam fire, and slam firing with this thing is actually stupid easy now because of that heavy spring. So literally every time I prime the back, it'll fire. So it's basically just a glorified strong arm, is what it really is. It's a massive glorified strong arm with 4 cylinders. So fire in the hole. I love how, like, some of those darts shot far, and there's just one that just, but, holy crap. Final dart. Can I hit something? Ah. Oh well. It's weird. And that is it, everybody. I do unfortunately have to make this this outro quick because my phone is also about to die. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a wacky video because of all the crazy stuff that was in it. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.